Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a training time while I talk about something that happened over last weekend. Just before we get started, I just wanted to say that I am not bragging in any way. I just want to share this really fun experience with you guys and start sharing more about my writing life and just to let you guys know more about how I do with my real life horseback riding. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as you guys know, recently I've bought in this horse, Venny, and I'm going to be training him today. And last weekend, if you guys did not know, on Saturdays, I go to my barn to spend the whole day there to do my lessons, and also to just help out and be there and be a part of the equestrian life. And I love it so much. It's a really fun experience, and if you guys can, be with horses, even if it's just for riding, I do recommend it because it is so much fun. But yeah, so on Saturday it was basically a normal day. I went to my barn. I had my morning lesson. I'm a part of the show team at my barn, so we have a group ride in the morning, and then I have my individual lesson in the afternoon with my trainer. And we were getting ready for the show on Sunday. And we were just going to do a barn show. This is my first ever show, just so you guys know. I watched my friend go to her show maybe a few months back, and she did good. But I did not compete in the show. I just watched her, be in the show. So this was my first ever show, and it was a barn show, so it wasn't a real show. But we did have a real judge, and we did get judged, and we did compete against other people, and we did compete on our horses that are at the barn, which we would be competing on at a real show. And it kind of worked like a real show. There was the warm-up arena where we warmed up, and then you trotted into the big arena, and it just worked like how a real show would. And it was really, really fun. So going to Sunday, I was a little stressed out just because I didn't really know what was going to happen. So when we got there, I was in my riding outfits other than the shirt that the barn owner would give us for this show. And so once we got it, I changed into that, and then my hair wasn't done yet, so I had to get my hair done, which someone was there putting it into a bun, and that was pretty easy. And then there were, I think, 6 shows before my group because it was put into different age groups. So there were 2 other people in my group, so it also wasn't a big group. So it was my friend and then another girl that I didn't know that I hadn't seen around the barn before. So I assumed that she probably did her lesson and came to the barn on another day because I had never seen her before at the barn on Saturdays, which is when I come. So yeah. And then why is this gate not opening? I guess I can't open gates in this. Okay, but that's fine. Okay, I can't. Okay, moving back onto the topic. What am I doing? Okay. Moving back onto the topic. I was basically ready for the show. I went to go say hi to the horse that I was riding, and it was Venny. And if you guys don't know, Venny is modeled after this Arabian that I'm riding. He is a Bay Arabian gelding. I don't know how old he is, and I don't know how tall he is. But all I do know is that he is on senior feed, so he's a bit older, I would say. I mean, I don't know why he's on senior feed, but let me just give you a little backstory about Venny. Venny, like I said, is a Bay Arabian gelding, and I don't know his age or his height, but I love him a lot, and he does not get used often. Let me just say that. He does not get used a lot. So I had my first cancer on him. So actually, let me just go back a few years. So I don't remember how old I was, but a few years ago, I got into horseback riding with a private trainer at her farm, and I took lessons with her, I think once or twice a week, I think it was once a week. And I was with her for, I think, maybe 3 years. Now, I left that barn because I fell off and I got scared of riding. I don't remember exactly what we were doing, but I think we were cantering, and I was beginning to jump as well. And this was probably, I left maybe after Christmas time, but all I know is that I was with that trainer for about, I think, 3 years, like I said. And then I took a 1.5 year break or so, and then I got back into riding. So how I got back into riding was I went to this stables for summer camp, and I was still terrified of horses. Let me just say that I was terrified of horses. Ever since I fell off, I was just scared of horses. I got back on the horse at my old barn, but I was just so scared to get on. And by the way, I got a concussion from falling off. I was wearing a helmet, yes, but I fell off. And I got a concussion from it. So I was just really, really scared to ride a horse again. So a 1.5 years passed. I went to the summer camp. I got back into riding. I went to a few other barns, got back into riding. Then we found the barn that I'm at now. And then I met Venny. Okay, this is just getting into more of a riding story. I forget where I was, so we're just going to pick back up on Sunday. So, basically, all the horses were already tacked up for the riders, and we were just gonna get ourselves ready. And we were in the 7th group. There were only 3 people in the group, including me. So I was only competing against 2 other people, my friend and someone else that I did not know. And so 6 groups went before us. It was kind of like age. I don't know exactly how it went, but all I know is I was in the 7th group. There were 6 groups before me, and then Venny was already tacked up, and we went to the practice arena. I just did what I usually did. I just walked around with him, talked to him, trotted him, because it was just walk and trots. And I just made him feel like it was just going to be a normal day. Nothing was going on. I made sure to not be scared or not be tense. I was just like, this is a normal day. It's just a normal lesson. We're going to do this. And I was kind of thinking, like, I'm not going to win, and I'm fine with that. I just had the mindset of, like, if I don't win, that's fine. So, yeah, we practiced, and then my trainer came into the arena. We practiced a bit more, and then we went to the outside of the arena where we would trot in. And then she checked my girth, and we had to fix it. It was actually a little loose. So, yeah. And then we waited for the person in front of me to trot in, and you had to be on the correct diagonal, otherwise I think if you are actually on the wrong diagonal in real shows, you will be disqualified, I think is what our judge said, because not only did she judge us, but she also gave us feedback for a real show, because it wasn't a real show, it was a barn show, it was practice, so yeah. And then once we got brought in to the arena, we trotted in. I was looking on my diagonal the whole time. Venny actually has very long hair, and his mane is actually on this side. So it's not on this side, it's actually this side. So whenever I ride him, you're supposed to look at the shoulder that is close to the fence. So say it's like this, and then his mane is on this side, so I can't see his leg or shoulder. So I have to look on this side to see. So if I'm standing up while this leg is going up, I have to change it to make when this leg is up, I'm sitting down, because it's vice versa on this side, if that makes sense. So I do better with this side because I can actually see this because his mane is on that side. But I was so surprised because the whole time I was actually on the right diagonal. So that was really fun. And it was just good because one of the hardest things for me to do was my diagonal. Since his mane is really, really long. He does not jump like that, by the way. But also, we were doing saddle seat. So, yeah, this show was saddle seat. Venny doesn't hold his head up high. And, Venny, I actually am doing hunter seat. And so I'm kind of going back and forth between saddle seat and hunter seat. But I was doing saddle seat at that moment. But after the show, now I'm doing hunter seat at that barn. Because that barn is all saddle seat. But I was trained originally, and I was taught to do hunter seat and hunter jumper. That's what I love to do, and that's what I want to do. And Venny and this other horse named Ollie both can do saddle seat, or hunter seat. It's a lot of seats. But, so I am going to hopefully be doing hunter seat on Venny. Just so you guys know, the barn that I'm at does not allow jumping, so I'm just going to be doing a hunter seat there. I'm not going to be doing any jumping. So, yeah. But back to the show. We went in. I was on the right diagonal the whole time. I was just saying, like, good boy, let's do this. Just keeping him calm. And I really like this. It's the 3 C's, calm, cool, and collected. So I just made sure to stay calm. I was feeling cool. I was just like, let's just do this. We're going to be fine. And then collected. I made sure to collect myself and made sure Venny was collected. And we looked good. So, yeah. And then, so that was pretty much how it went. And then we got called in. So the announcer said to line up, and then we lined up. Venny actually, I thought, didn't do well with the lineup because as soon as the announcer said to line up, he went straight in. And the whole time I was trying to get him back on the fence because I was like, I did not tell you to go out. And then he was just like, no, I'm going to go out. And I was just like, okay, fine. We're going to go in and we're going to do this. It's going to be okay. And so it looked a little sloppy. Because my parents were there to film it, and it looked a little bit sloppy, but we just collected ourselves once I was like, okay, fine, we're going to go in now. And, yeah, and then the judge talked to us individually, she kind of was directed to each of us, but then we could hear the feedback that she was giving to each of us, and, yeah. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to be saying any names because I don't want to invade privacy because I've gotten, no one there has told me that I can say their names in videos, so I'm not going to say it for privacy reasons, obviously. I'm also not going to say the barn name for privacy reasons as well. I just wanted to let you guys know that because I don't want to invade privacy, so. But, moving on, then after she talked to us, the other person there that was kind of scoring us, there were 2 people there, 2 judges, and one was kind of giving us feedback, and another was actually judging us and scoring us. And then the judge that was scoring us gave the clipboard to the announcer, and he said the names and the horses and the place that we got. So they had first, second, third, and fourth place. First place was a blue ribbon, second place was a red ribbon, third place was a yellow ribbon, and fourth place was a white ribbon. I don't know if this is actually how it is in shows, but I'm not absolutely sure, but I think that's actually how the colors are. I'm not 100% sure because like I said, I've never been to a show before, so I actually don't know. But that's just what it said. The ribbons actually had the first, second, third, or fourth place on it. So it said that as well. But I'm not going to do it in order. I'm also not going to say names. I'm just gonna say horse names because I feel like that's just easier because horses can be named anything, and there are multiple probably of horses being named the same thing. So I'm just gonna go with the order like from last to first place. So like I said, there were 3 people in my group, including me, so there was not a 4th place. But my friend that was in my group got 3rd place. She was on Smokey. And Smokey is a like kind of a blackish, dark brown or dark bay Morgan. So yeah. By the way, he also kind of has like a fiery temper. He likes to bite people and he likes to savor his food, which is weird. So if you give him hay, he doesn't eat it, but he protects it like he's actually eating it. So he's a bit weird like that. But yeah. And then so she got 3rd place. Then the girl that I don't know was, I think, on Frankie. I don't know what breed he is, but he's a chestnut. I think he's a thoroughbred or a saddlebred. I'm not sure. But yeah. And then so Frankie and the girl that I don't know got 2nd place. And then, as you kind of already can tell, me and Venny got 1st place. And I was kind of just overjoyed. I was sad that my friend did not get a higher place, but at the same time, the announcer said that she was actually on the wrong diagonal, which is when the person that was giving us the feedback said that if you're on the wrong diagonal, you're automatically disqualified and you're out of the judging. So that is why she got last place. But the judge did say that she had perfect form. Like, if she was on the right diagonal, I do think she would have gotten 1st place. But if you're on the wrong diagonal, you're automatically disqualified. So she got 3rd place. And then the other person that was on Frankie, I don't remember what she said, and I also don't remember what she said to me. But yeah. But I got 1st place, and it was super exciting. So after that, like, we walked on out, and I was just super happy. There was a big smile on my face, and we just walked out. I gave Venny big pats and just told him that he was a good boy. And I gave him a few treats because I brought peppermints. And my dad had an apple, and we gave him a few pieces of an apple. So he did really, really well. And, I mean, it was just super fun to have that experience. And it gave me a lot of confidence for the show that I will be doing, I think in a few months, like a real show. So it gave me a lot of confidence to do that show. And even if I don't win the next show, even if I don't get a ribbon, I will still be proud of me and the horse that I'm going to be riding. No matter what place I get, I will always be proud of what I am doing and what the horse is doing, because it's a really hard sport. Horseback riding is really, really hard. I mean, you're working with another living creature. I mean, I'm not saying that other sports aren't hard, but horseback riding is just really, really hard because you're working with a real life animal, like a real horse. Like, you're just working with these fabulous creatures and these fabulous animals that it's just hard. They're hard to control. If you think about it, like, they're like over 1,000 pounds. So it was amazing that I was able to do this, and no matter what place we got, I would have been proud of me and Venny, or whatever horse I would have been riding. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys all next time. Goodbye!